Hey, what's happening today? Remo back, and we are heading out for another test run on my new Snowrunner mod map project. This map ultimately is going to be hooked up to Highway Haulin 2. I have decided that. I was leaning towards maybe starting a new region, but I think this will be a lot more fun hooked up with those two maps, and I built it to go well together with them. Right now we're just going to be going for a bit of a run over to the new mud park that I finished building. We're just going to take a quick haul over there and, really give you the feel of what this map's going to be like. Honestly, the whole build has actually gone really smooth and much quicker than I thought. I don't know, I guess I'm probably just getting used to building these kind of worlds, but everything is just going pretty well. I'm about 50% done probably at this point, kind of putting the world together and laying everything out. Most of the houses and stuff you're going to see here have no to maybe light detail around them, like the store and the gas station here. It's just kind of there, but there isn't really any little stuff around. I am working on getting signs and stuff in. Like most of the run you're going to see here would probably be the road and stuff is pretty much finished and ready to go with the signage and the sides with the shoulder dirt. But you'll see the house here and a lot of that stuff's just kind of laid in there. I got to go around and put things around it and add in bushes and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't driven through this at all since I put out the last video, and this road didn't have anything done with it, so this is all new. But overall right now I am loving the feel that I'm hitting here. It really feels like it's in Ontario. This is something I would go drive around if I went out for a drive right now. The last video did really well and I got a ton of comments, and I haven't had time to hit through everything, but thank you for everyone that commented, and I'm going to keep working at it. I did see a lot of talk about maybe stacking up the missions a little bit more and building the world, so I've added in, I saw a suggestion of making a paper factory. We're going to have logging, going to get you to haul a boat, probably across 3 maps perhaps. Big issue when I add a map to a region, I'm pretty sure it won't break the contracts and missions as long as I don't mess with the ones that are there and I just add new stuff. But if I put a new vehicle or a trailer on another map to be used on this map, like say over in Bentwood and you need to deliver a trailer to this map, it will not show up on the other map unless you totally restart the region. So that's going to limit me to essentially putting stuff on this map to take back to the other two. The problem is the mission and everything will work, but the vehicle will not spawn until you restart everything. So just a little bit of a Snowrunner thing that I know about from building for so long, but I can make it work. Not a big deal at all. The F450 is what we're driving. We have the 2nd gen K5, IR ATV, and the gooseneck from IR. So right now I got this thing set up on all the trail runner, and I have the red line tires on the 450 just for extra traction on the road. You can see like we're cruising along pretty good, and it's actually been fairly comfortable in terms of driving and not being slippery. So within reason, I tried to keep the roads fairly easy to drive, not too sharp of turns or anything, and there is a ton of back roads, which then it doesn't matter. Now here is the other main-ish road to get across over to the farmland over the mountain. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. I'd love to know what you think if this is too steep. Again, I haven't driven out, I've driven up this part once. I went in and tested real quick, and it's challenging. Again, we got this all on trail runner, so like level 1 kind of deal. So really nothing too crazy, what you would expect of this truck. Fair bit of weight. We'll see how easy this is to get up the hill. I don't want it to be easy, but I don't want it to be impossible. This is a road that you'd probably at the very least bring some logs up and down. All the logging areas are going to be up on top of the mountain, so this is one of a few ways to get up there. This is one of the bigger roads. There's going to be a bunch of trails that branch off some of the back roads and stuff. Probably get to see in the top of the mountain maybe in the next video that I put out. I haven't started working on it yet, but I'm getting there. Been just really laying out the town and trying to give a real lived-in look. I would love to hear about any task ideas out there. Shoot them down in the comments. I try to at least screenshot stuff to keep a reminder. I have a bit of a running list on my phone too of just ideas and such, but I also saw, and I will try to work in more of the buildable models, so you're not just delivering mindless things, but a mix of everything. So there'll be some of the houses that need built, factories, bridges. We're gonna cross a log bridge up here in a ways, and I'm thinking of making that buildable, so you have to open this road up. Let me know what you think on that. I just put something in we could drive across for now. Another thing I saw mentioned in the comments was repeatable tasks, and I've put a few of them in other maps, but I was thinking maybe some of the store stocking ones and stuff that you have to go across multiple maps and spots. Again, it's going to get repetitive, but it will give you a chance to maybe use a different vehicle and a different route a few times till you get tired of it. So I will add some of that stuff in. Definitely. I mean, these highway Haulin regions are all about the missions as much as the atmosphere of the place. This is meant to be not like a really well-maintained road. I might make it a bit narrower. And this is the bridge that I've laid in here, but I was going to use the logs that I can make up here when you deliver logs to it to build the bridge. So let me know if you think that's a good idea. Other than this road over, there's the one from the previous video that you're going to be able to use with a somewhat large vehicle, and then the rest are going to be smaller trails. You can see there isn't going to be a ton of mud on this map, but there is going to be just a lot of challenging off-road like this. I mean, hauling some logs down here, and I'll probably end up shaping some more ruts and stuff in the roads. In fact, I will for sure. I go over all the roads many times just to make it a bit more challenging. In terms of just a simple mistake could lose the load and give you a bit of a hassle. We'll have a bunch of recoveries. Of course, always got to add some in. These ones I'm going to try and stick to more realistic stuff, like people going off bends, you know, rolled over in places. So there might be some fairly simple ones, but maybe some multi-vehicle crashes and stuff. I'll play around with the story a bit and add in some fun for the tow truck RP kind of adventures. What we're coming down to here is kind of the main hub of the logging area, in terms of probably going to have a buildable fuel station over here. Right now there's only 2 fuel stations way back over in civilization. We're just coming up to, this is the same valley that the farms were in my previous video. And we're just coming into this new mud park that I've been working away at here, and should look pretty good. We'll see how I set up the mud in my first run, but for sure it'll need tweaking. And I've added in some camping and stuff, and I've put in some of the trailers and that, and left a few open sites so you can pull up with your truck and give the RP camping experience, or bring one of the awesome trailers that are some good mods out there. You can see this is it, the Muddy Wonderland. You'll see, we'll go for a little run with the 2nd gen here. go check out the mud and see if I got it even close to challenging. It's probably not deep enough, as usually how it goes. Just unload these things. Ramp down. And oh, they're still back. Gotta unpack them, definitely. This thing I've got set up with stock tires, actually, and I think it was like the 1,000 horsepower motor. Just enough. I mean, you get too much in the mud and the tires spin so fast you just get stuck. But this is an awesome John hot rod vehicle too. Really fun with the big 46-inch tires, kind of a big mudder truck. You can see here, like I kind of said, there's some trailers and some camping and stuff to be had. A couple of open sites like this, and we'll just hop right down in the... Oh, you can see the grass didn't spawn on this little patch of texture, so something I'll have to fix up. But anyways, this is going to be the little mud fun adventure. We got some jumps over there, some deep water we'll try here. There should be holes that pretty much bury a truck, at least this tall in it. Apparently I didn't go too light on the mud here. Maybe high gear was a little aggressive to start with. It's challenging when you lay in the mud in water because the water has some friction built into driving through it, so it kind of accentuates how deep the mud is and can make it really tough. So I'll have to do some more runs around with a few different vehicles, but this is just kind of a high speed, little bit of water, muddy area that you can take a truck through and just smash it just like this. Made it wide enough for a couple of friends to fit too. We got some lanes just on the left, and then this is kind of the jumping mud pit, and we'll go to the bigger side because why the heck not. Oh, a little crooked and buried because the high speed of the tires. Love to know what you think of the mud depth around here, if you've used this vehicle at all and you know how it works in the mud. I'm actually pretty happy with the depth so far. Holy, yeah. Got a good angle on that jump, don't I? This is kind of fun. I don't know, I was thinking maybe smooth it out a bit, but it's kind of fun with the holes. Makes it harder to drive. Anyways, that's a good look at what I've been working on, and probably going to head up to the top of the mountain next. Love to know what you think. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon.